Okay, so Apple dropped iOS 18.5 Beta 3 as well as watchOS 11.5 Beta 3, in addition to macOS and their slew of other updates here. But for this video, I want to talk about watchOS specifically. If you missed our video on iOS, that's live now, but I purposely wanted to wait a little while to do this video. If you guys follow the channel, you know I like to hop on it first thing when that release comes out, but I purposely waited on this one specifically to see if battery life and notifications have been improved from Beta 2. If you're not familiar with that, we were receiving a ton of issues from our iPhone 16 Pro Max not actually giving our timely notifications pushed to the watch. And I'm happy to say in Beta 3, this seems to be resolved. Not only that, but everything has been a little bit more fluid, and as you would expect from a third beta, there's nothing new feature-wise. Well, I guess really with watchOS for a while, not much new has been added, but again, the main callouts were battery life and those notification issues. Well, both seem to be a little better here, notifications specifically, and battery is somewhat a little stabler than it was in the second beta. For those just now hopping on the beta bandwagon, I will say this, Apple betas after beta 1 typically take a nosedive as far as battery life goes until the RC is out, so we'll have to see if that remains true with this as well. But jumping right into settings, general, and about, you can see watchOS 11.5 beta 3 has a full build number of 22T5559D. The D does signify we're moving in the right direction here, as we're getting close to the beginning of the alphabet, and I do still think that we will receive probably another 2 betas here before the RC. So, speaking of which, before we jump deeper into the watch itself, let me go ahead and pull up our calendar here and talk about these beta releases. Today's the 21st. Obviously, we are on that weekly release, so we should receive the next beta on the 28th here, followed by what I would imagine as the last beta on the 5th, and then the RC around the 12th here, since we definitely know at this point, just a couple weeks later at WWDC on June 9th, we'll receive those first betas of watchOS 12 and all the new iOS, macOS, visionOS drops all at the same time once they showcase all the changes rumored to be coming. But beyond that, let's actually take a look and quickly dive around the watch. And again, like I said, functionally, it's operating as it has been recently. We haven't had any real hiccups with launching apps or seeing where everything has been working and where it hasn't. I can also tell you though, jumping into settings and talking about battery life, or battery health, I should say. Let me click on settings if it wants to work. Let me go back out of this, scroll down to battery, and show you now, running after all of these betas for the last while, our battery health does still sit at 96%, so we haven't seen a huge drop off with these betas still, which is great to see. Now, more disappointingly, and again, like I said, unsurprisingly though, in the Apple Watch app, we still have no Apple Intelligence yet. We do think there's rumors that it will be coming to iOS and watchOS 12 in the next release. We should have some sort of Apple Intelligence features here. But again, unfortunately, like we've been saying, and hopefully someone at Apple is watching these, one of the most useful features that has been ignored is double tap. Hopefully we will see an update to that. But again, here, there is nothing more to it. Not going to drag this video out, guys. You know how it goes at this point. watchOS is definitely a stagnant build right now, and the third beta of 11.5 is exactly the same. So let me know in the comments down below, what do you want to see in watchOS 12, and also how are you liking everything that's going along with 11.5? Let me know if you've had any issues in the comments down below, and we'll make sure to discuss in a future video. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.